Bro, is it just me, but was Wano really that bad? If I was to ask you why Wano sucked, you'd probably argue that Wano had way too many characters, way too many plotlines with unsatisfying payoffs. It should have been Zoro's arc since it's the land of samurai. It was way too bloated and way too long, and the biggest argument as to why Wano sucked is the fact that it had no tension and no consequences. But with all that said, was Wano really that bad? Yes it was. It was really that bad. But guess what? I don't care. I still love Wano. Well, let me tell you, I am a simple man. I like Wano simply because Wano is a very cool arc. It is about being cool. It is about being hype. Who cares about the bad writing? Wano has some of the coolest moments in One Piece. You really think I'm going to defend the bad writing? No, I own it. I hold my hands up. Wano does suck, but I don't care because Wano is so hype. And sometimes that's enough for me to like it. Like seriously, tell me a more hype fighting stage than Roof Piece. You have Luffy, Zoro, Law, Kid and Killer standing on top of Onigashima against two emperors. And honestly, I just love how symbolic and beautiful the Roof Piece fight is. Kaido truly felt like a tank, a final boss. He felt unbeatable, but the amount of times Luffy came back to defeat this impenetrable wall motivates me to overcome any challenge in my life. There is just something so appealing about this fight. You know what it is? Roof Piece genuinely makes me feel nostalgic. It genuinely felt like One Piece turned into Dragon Ball Z. It felt like watching everyone versus Frieza until Goku arrived. Vegeta, Piccolo, Krillin, Gohan, all versus Frieza. As Frieza flexes his multiple transformations. As the fight progresses, Goku then arrives, unlocks Super Saiyan, and saves the day. Doesn't that sound just like Roof Piece? The same way Zoro, Law, Kid and Killer all fight Kaido until Luffy takes it alone, awakens to Gear 5, and wins. But to me, Roof Piece is an elevated version of the DBZ fight. And considering Dragon Ball is my first anime, that probably makes sense why I like Roof Piece so much. Roof Piece felt like old school shonen again. It went back to the basics as to why we love shonen. It truly replicated what got me into shonen in the first place. A really strong enemy who takes 4, 5, 6 attempts to beat. The protagonist loses like a billion times and then awakens with a new power up and wins. I love that stuff. I don't care about the bad writing. I don't care about no tension, no stakes. I just want to be entertained, okay? And Wano definitely scratched that itch. I think Roof Piece takes that formula and elevates it. This isn't just a group of heroes fighting together. These are different pirate groups who are all competing against each other, who all want the same throne. They're rivals. They're not supposed to be standing together like this. And yet, just for this one moment, they are united against two emperors who have dominated the New World for decades. The entire fight is about proving a point. The worst generation proving a point to the old generation. Kaido says, let's see if you have what it takes to become king of the pirates. Kaido is a man stuck in the past, reminiscing about the old era where Roger and Whitebeard dominated. This battle is Kaido testing Luffy if he can see if he will reach those same legendary heights. It's almost as if Kaido is schooling Luffy, teaching Luffy how to become king. And I just love the emphasis on king, becoming king, and how it relates to Luffy's goal. I know everyone loves the Gear 5 reveal, but I honestly prefer the way Luffy awakened his advanced Conqueror Haki, because it's just genuinely so cold. Kaido telling him that only a rare few can coat their attack in Conqueror Haki, that someone on death's door like him could never do it, that Kaido is about to show exactly the power he is missing. And just as his Conqueror Haki coated club is about to attack Luffy, Luffy awakens the power Kaido said he could never awaken, resulting in a Conqueror's Haki clash, a clash of kings, simply because Luffy used his genius battle IQ and realized he should swap out armament Haki for Conqueror's Haki, and he learnt this simply by watching Kaido use coated Conqueror's Haki attacks. He learnt simply from watching his enemies. Everything about this moment is cool. The dialogue, the art, the poses, the fight choreography, it's just so cold. All that time, Big Mom and Kaido were like, what kind of king did you say you'd be? Come on, say it again. And Luffy just ignores them, walks right past them, but only when he sees the state Kiyomon is in, that's when he finally pays attention to them and hits Kaido with a red rock. Then finally answers their question, I will be the man to surpass you, Kaido, and be Pirate King. No amount of bad writing can take away how awesome these individual scenes are. They carry this arc. It kind of reminds me when Goku arrives in the Saiyan Saga. He's late, Nappa has destroyed everyone, and Goku just ignores Nappa and Vegeta. But it's only when he sees the state everyone is in, that's when he attacks Nappa. It's literally 1-to-1, basically the same thing. Not to mention all the lore that we take for granted nowadays, all came from Wano. For example, like Gear 5 and Joy Boy and Nika just made the story so much more bigger than it already was. It's like, okay, Roger isn't the be all and end all, there's actually something greater than all of this. It opened the door to so many more mysteries and theories, and I'm sure you've heard so many arguments as to why Gear 5 is amazing, and I don't want to keep banging that drum, but I genuinely admire how Gear 5 is a reflection of Oda. Oda doesn't want to be restricted to the traditional model of a new transformation where it's just a basic power up where you get buffer, stronger, a new hair color. It's like, no, Gear 5 is cartoon powers, imagination powers, whatever Luffy imagines comes to reality. And it perfectly embodies who Luffy is, because Luffy is freedom and he has the freedom to do whatever he wants in battle. It's literally the best transformation this series could come up with. I'm so glad it's not whatever this was. And the thing is, people say Gear 5 had no build up, but I think they're wrong. The signs of Gear 5 were there since like Fishman Island. I mean, we learned of Joy Boy since back then. Gear 5 was the ultimate payoff to Wano, but not only Wano, but to Luffy's entire character since that point. Bro has been liberating island after island since chapter 1, and finally he got rewarded by his devil fruit. Wano is full of one iconic moment after the other. Kaido one-shotting Luffy, Roger laughed, Oden is born to boil, Zoro king of hell, Sanji Ifrit Jambe, Nami Luffy will be pirate king. Like, bro, it's not that bad. It's actually really hype. Just turn your brain off and enjoy it for what it is. Forget about the arguments, forget about all the bad writing, just enjoy Wano. So was Wano really that bad? Yeah, it really was. I don't really have any defenses for why Wano is a good arc. And this is more like an appreciation post of why I like Wano, the things I enjoyed about Wano, what Wano means to me as an arc. And yes, I realized that, oh, Wano is just really cool with a lot of hype moments is not a strong argument. It's not supposed to be. This is just meant to be a very personal video to me, why I like Wano. But what do you guys think of Wano? Definitely comment down below. And massive thank you to my members, Cats in my family, Yuso Timor and Mr. Bashida56. And I'll see you there.